Welcome to the call, everyone. We got just another minute. If you got anybody that you want to invite to the call, go grab them, bring them here, and we'll have a salubrious day. Hi, Anita. Welcome to the call. Everyone that's joined us, thanks for being here. I know you got other things that you'd rather be doing than sitting here on a conference call, but hopefully I can help you out in understanding some of the things that we have going on. For you that have joined us on Facebook, welcome. Welcome to the call. And for those of you who are listening to the recorded version of this, thanks for taking the time for being here with us as well. My name is Dr. Kurt Fisnick, and I guess as an independent distributor with Sisel, the opinions that I state in this presentation are mine. They're not of Sisel's, the companies, or any employees over at the company. And I try not to make any claims. We can't make any medical claims at all. So I try and state that. And on the video recording, you'll notice that I put that disclaimer right away. No medical claims. We don't claim to cure, treat, or anything like that. So even though some things that I say might sound like a statement of some kind like that, it's not. Trust me, it's not. Okay. So my goal is I've had a few people ask me to cover some products and give some more information, some more in-depth information on different products. And we thought we'd start out with talking about the AGE pill. And so the AGE pill is a fantastic product. It's one of our top sellers. We've had the product now roughly about 4 years, and just some tremendous testimonials. And so I'm not going to have time to have any testimonials tonight, but I suggest that if you're listening to some of the things that I'm going to tell you, the information, and you say, hey, do we have any actual testimonials on it? Chances are we do. Just go back into the YouTube channel and you'll be able to find them there. Scientists became more significantly interested in NAD when it was discovered that it had a crucial role in the aging process. So, what is NAD? It's nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. Say that 10 times fast. And this is a molecule that's found in every living cell, not just in humans, but in all living creatures. And NAD plus is used to convert food into energy and to repair the pathways that keep us healthy. Without NAD plus, you'd be dead in about 30 seconds. That's how important it is. So studies indicate that we can use this molecule to reverse age-related damage in our cells. And if we maintain high levels, it supports the slowing of the aging process. So I hope to show you a few things here that might interest you. So studies show that NAD plus restores muscle strength and muscle stamina. I noticed when I first started taking it, I could walk further without having pain. For those of you that know me, I was in a bad motorcycle wreck, and so I had lost a lot of muscle tone on my right side, and I found that this product really helped me out. NAD plus also improves insulin sensitivity, and it restores cellular energy, and that works through the ATP pathways. If you remember your high school biology, the Krebs cycle and all of that, then you remember ATP and NAD plus. Other studies indicate that NAD plus supports the systems that activate the longevity genes in our body, as well as supporting DNA repair through the Situin genes. And we'll talk about that. NAD plus helps to govern the sleep and wake cycles, the circadian rhythm in your body. And we talk about lifespan. Lifespan is the length of time that you're alive. Health span is actually that length of time that you're healthy in your life. And they show that most people spend the last 20% of their life, 10 to 20%, suffering from chronic disease. So why don't we try and close that gap a little bit, make it so that they suffer a less amount of time? And NAD plus supports the systems of the body that help you maintain mental acuity, mental sharpness. It helps to provide support for the body for protection of the liver, the kidney, the heart, and also for the blood vessels. So what's that mean for you? A longer, healthier life. NAD plus declines with age, and you can't take NAD. If somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to give you an NAD supplement," no, they can't. You can't absorb the NAD plus directly from your food. Your body has to manufacture it, and with age, old cells just aren't that good. They're not that efficient at making NAD plus as young cells. That's why as you get older, you tend to lose energy. And what I found since I started taking Age Pill, I'm going to use my own testimonial a lot because I can tell you how I feel. I can be honest and straightforward with that. I mean, I have more energy. I sleep better. So I've noticed the circadian rhythm thing as well. And old cells, well, I mean, let's just look at it. They're old. Old cells are old. And so they have a lot of things wrong with them. They're damaged. Just like I like my old cars. And I know when I buy another old car, I'm going to have to do a lot of work to put that thing back on the road. I'm going to have to do repair. But not only that, every year I'm going to have to do more maintenance on that old car. I've also got a brand new car. That's actually a truck. I have a truck, a Chevrolet truck. And I have a brand new one because I don't have to do any work. I changed the oil, I fill it with gas, I put new tires on it. That's pretty much it. When it starts to get high mileage on it, I get rid of it and I get another one because I want to have a car that I can drive around without having to worry about it. Wouldn't that be nice if that was your body? So damage happens over the lifetime of your body. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's not usually something that just boom, one day you wake up and you go, oh my gosh, I'm old. No, it comes on over a period of time. So your DNA is damaged every day by stress and environmental factors, UV rays, and just, living causes stress. And the repair enzymes need NAD plus as their fuel, So a lot of things that I'm going to share is going to make you kind of open your eyes. How does the Age Pill do this? How does the Age Pill do so many things? NAD helps out with fighting inflammation. And as we'll talk about when we talk about senescence, when cells go into senescence, they get this senescence activated problems, and one of them is inflammation. Well, the Age Pill helps with that. So NAD plus and the immune system, in the news, I mean, if you want to talk a top mind awareness, if you're sharing information right now with people about NAD plus and they're worried about, the current health problem that's going around the world, this pandemic, why are they worried about older people? Well, it's not that hard to guess that as you get old, the immune system just doesn't work as good. And we also know, like we've already talked about, the NAD plus levels decrease. Low levels of NAD plus lead to impairment of the body's innate immunity. And the immune system is the first line of defense against any foreign invader of the body. A virus, a bacteria, funguses, molds, those are foreign invaders of the body. So NAD plus works with the group of genes called the Situin genes, which help to prevent viral replication. Where have we heard viral replication? Well, Tom talked a lot about that with fulvic acid, but he also talked about how NAD plus worked with this as well, and it helped prevent viral replication. What does that mean? Well, the virus gets in your body and it can't grow. If it can't grow, it can't cause you to get sick. So you might get the virus, but you're able to fight it off because your immune system can fight it before it overcomes you. And so if the virus can't replicate, boom. I just said boom again. And that's going to make it so that you can get healthier. So keep the NAD plus levels up. You're going to keep the sirtuin genes healthy, and that's going to help to support. Again, here's where I can say I'm not making any medical claims, because I'm saying it helps support a healthy immune response. Okay, very good for the older folks in your life, the people that you know, if you want to help them fight off this disease and prevent it, to get them looking at. So what is aging? Aging is a complex thing. In the last couple of years, we've really understood a lot of different things. I've been studying it myself for the last 30 years, and I can tell you that 10 years ago, I thought that, holy cow, we've made some great headway, right? When we discovered, the whole thing about the telomeres, and then we started talking about senescence and these sorts of things. But aging occurs when you have multiple failure of cells and organs and tissues. And it's just a complex acceleration of decline, and your genetics interacts with the environment around you, changes in the cells, as far as the nuclear power plant, the mitochondria, increased inflammation, accumulation of damaged stem cells that recruit other cells to go rogue. What is that? Senescence, folks. That's senescence. Impaired message delivery systems. You think about people that have blood sugar problems, dysglycemia. What is that? Well, that's when the body isn't getting the right message. The cells aren't listening to the right message. They're not listening. They're not hearing anymore. Or maybe there's something that's cross-wired in there, and your body's saying, hey, ship down some more vitamin C down here. But instead, your brain reads it as saying, get us some more calories. So you go and eat, but really, your brain wasn't telling you that you were hungry. The brain was saying that you needed more vitamin C. That's an impaired message. And then we have damaged DNA, like we talked about, the DNA that gets damaged from stress, and it gets damaged from UV radiation, it gets damaged from chemicals and injuries. I mean, for God's sakes, you fall down, it's going to damage the DNA. And all of these things together contribute to your aging process. I remember patients used to come into my clinic and they'd say, Kurt, my back didn't hurt 5 years ago. Why does it hurt so bad today? And I had this chart on the wall, and it had 100 different pictures of things that happen to people over the course of their lifetime. They fall down, they get in a car accident, all these different things. And I used to point and I'd say, which one is you? And before you know it, they had 5 or 6 different things. Well, that's the same thing that happens with aging. So if we can treat aging as the disease, treat aging as if it is the major problem, and then you're going to have some great results with it. So people spend billions of dollars every year on anti-aging creams and products and surgery. They predicted not that many years ago that the anti-aging market was going to turn into $1 trillion a year market. Actually, the $3rd trillion a year industry ever, right? The first $1 trillion a year industry, I know I can't ask you guys to answer that question, but some of you are thinking you know what it is. The automobile industry is the first $1 trillion a year industry. And it was driven by baby boomers, that group of people that just decided they had to have a car, not just one car. They had 2 or 3 or 50. And yeah, I've got 50 cars. But what's the next $1 trillion industry? The next $1 trillion industry is the computer industry. Everybody had to have a computer. And I remember when I was going to school for engineering, I thought, oh my gosh, these computers, that's not going to really go anywhere. Now we have one that runs our refrigerator and our microwave and our car. And we carry one around in our hands. Some people have a pacemaker that's run by a computer. Some people have kidneys that are run by computers. And NAD precursors, NAD plus precursors, reverse the aging process from the inside out. And so we can effectively treat the disease when we make the world a lot healthier. And that's what they're saying. So NAD plus is the molecule that exists in each and every cell in your body, and it supports healthy aging. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to slow down the aging process? So let's talk about a couple things. NAD plus and vascularity. So studies show that the SIRT1 gene, it's one of the sirtuin genes, improves vascular function. The SIRT1 gene affects many pathways for proper endothelial function. It can decrease inflammation, and it's been shown to improve the levels of fats, cholesterol, as well as blood glucose. So the SIRT1 gene supports anti-atherosclerotic properties. How's this related to the AGE pill? Well, the AGE pill supports healthy NAD levels, and NAD plus is the fuel that drives the SIRT1 gene. Without NAD plus, again, you'd be dead in about 30 seconds. NAD plus is the fuel for the SIRT1 gene. So can we show the relationship? I just did. So studies in mice tell us that this isn't just a theory. They've actually proven it. It works. Are there testimonials in humans? You bet. You bet. I talk to people every week that tell me that they have better circulation in their legs and their arms. We know it's there. Again, we can't make any claims, but you can listen to other people tell you their story. And in my opinion, facts tell, stories sell. So learn the stories, and then you can use this presentation to show how it works. What about dementia? So Alzheimer's disease is a large percentage of the people who have dementia. It's caused by marked pathologies that cause inflammation of the nervous system and an accumulation of plaquing and mitochondrial damage, right? Mitochondria, the nuclear power plants of the cell. The mitochondria, when they get exposed to stress, the DNA in the mitochondria is the most easily damaged by stress than any other DNA. So patients with Alzheimer's disease, AD, that stands for Alzheimer's disease, have lowered expression of the SIRT1 gene. This is something that scientists have found. And the SIRT1 gene is capable of reducing these amyloid plaques. Interesting. So what product do you think of when you think of the Situin gene? A lot of people think of our Eternity product because it has high levels of resveratrol. But in order to make the resveratrol work with the Situin gene, again, you have to have the NAD plus. And that's where the AGE pill comes in, because the AGE pill has the precursors that helps your body get the proper levels of the NAD. So if you increase the SIRT1 gene expression, studies have shown that you have preservation of learning and memory in Alzheimer's disease mice, as well as improved cognitive function in non-Alzheimer's disease mice. So any testimonials in humans? I'll just give you mine, right? I went to school for engineering. I went to school to be a physician. I mean, I had the memory. I mean, it was sharp as a tack. You could tell me your phone number. You could tell me your name. I'd remember it. I could remember everybody at a party. And I didn't have to jot anything down. I pretty much remembered everybody. And then as I got older, when I got into my 50s, I started noticing I had pockets full of Post-it notes, because I had to write everything down. I had to give myself little notes to remember what to do tomorrow and all those things. I started taking the AGE pill, and all of a sudden, voila, I don't have a single Post-it note in my pocket. That's pretty cool. That's my own testimonial. Vision. I mean, holy cow. What about human testimonials and vision? I'm just going to tell you for myself, that I started wearing reading glasses, the little cheaters that you wear when you're reading, especially when I was looking at my phone, because I use my phone a lot because I'm on the road a lot, and I started using my phone as my computer, and I found that I couldn't read the screen very well. So retinal neuropathy and macular degeneration are the most common causes of blindness in the Western world, and they're related to diabetic neuropathy. Studies on the precursors for NAD show that you can reverse this. Studies show that. And so survival of the photoreceptors is related to the Situin gene. Again, you're going to start seeing this word, Situin genes. How does NAD relate to all these different things? It seems that one of the things that pulls it all together There's a group of genes called the sirtuin genes, and the one we talk a lot about is the SIRT1 because that repairs the damaged DNA. But they repair the damaged cells. So supplementation with NAD precursors was found to restore retinal function in these different studies. Could NAD precursors be the clue to the common diseases of the eye? It's a good question, isn't it? So we look at NAD plus and mental function. So depression has been related to a lot of things, including inflammation, disruption of the function of the synapse, right? Your synapse. What's a synapse? It's where one part of the nerve meets up with another part of the nerve. Think of it like a fuse box where it's a junction and you have one wire coming in but four wires coming out. So you can run one light switch, but it controls four lights. Well, that's what a synapse is. And so what happens is when you start getting depression, those synapses aren't working as good as they're supposed to be. And that's part of the problem with depression. You've heard doctors prescribing SSRIs, which are serotonin-specific reuptake inhibitors. And what they do is they try to manipulate the amount of chemicals inside that synapse. Well, they found that sirtuin genes play a role in the development of this depression, and there's a decrease in the SIRT1 gene when the body undergoes stress. What causes depression? A lot of times it's triggered by stress. You know, something happens, you've got a death in the family, you start to feel depressed, you lose your job, you get depressed, something wrong with your health, you get depressed, right? Chronic stress. And so here's the relationship, is that it causes a decrease in the SIRT1 gene. And again, how do you get the SIRT1 genes working again? You fuel them with NAD plus. Holy cow, folks, are you seeing the relationship here? It's just amazing. So you want to have an expression of the SIRT1 genes, and it's going to improve the mental moods. What happens to be one of the ingredients in the AGE pill? It's something called 5-hydroxytryptophan. 5-hydroxytryptophan. And what does 5-hydroxytryptophan do? Well, it's the precursor specifically for serotonin. It's the feel-good neurotransmitter. You know, they say that you can give your girlfriend a box of chocolate and she feels good just looking at the chocolate. It raises serotonin level. She doesn't even have to eat the chocolate. But when she eats the chocolate causes a release of a lot of serotonin, and it drives away the anxiety. It drives away the anxiety. So guys, if you're you know, in trouble this weekend, get some chocolate and hand it to your girlfriend. So wouldn't it make sense to increase the levels of NAD plus? It's the fuel for the sirtuin genes, and it has a profound effect on mental function and mental disorders. Have we heard of testimonials like that? I've talked to people that tell me that they feel better the very next day. I started taking it myself, and within 3 days, I noticed that blues were bluer and greens were greener. I could see things and I could hear things as I walked around in the nature park down the street from me here, and it was like holy cow, there's a deer. I could see it, right? And things that I didn't see before. So NAD is really important, and that's where the AGE pill comes in. So cardiovascular disease is the world's leading cause of death. Actually, last year in the United States, cancer passed cardiovascular disease, but now they're saying that, well, this year it's going to be a virus, but in most cases it's cardiovascular disease. But what happens is the blood vessels start to get thick, they start to get stiff, they're less flexible, which leads to high blood pressure. Your heart has to work harder and harder and harder to push the blood through as this disease progresses. So in animal studies, they found that NAD plus reduces the effects of the age-related changes seen in the arteries. And in human studies, this is actually in human studies, they found that NAD precursors help to reduce the hardening of the arteries and lower the pressure seen in the arteries with high-risk adults. They took a group of high-risk adults and they actually saw this. Pretty cool studies. Have we seen that in our testimonials? I suggest you go listen to some of the testimonials, talk to other people, and you'll find out that there are. Are there other benefits that we see with NAD plus? You bet. So NAD plus is necessary for ATP production. Again, ATP is the fuel that drives the Krebs cycle. It's the fuel of life. So studies with mice indicate that the NAD precursors speed up metabolism. Speed up metabolism. What good is that if you have better metabolism? Where you're going to burn sugars and fats and all these things. And so it's going to help you maintain a healthy body weight. Does it have the same effect in humans? You know, I can't make any claims on it, but it would sure make sense because they do a lot of studies on mice and rodents to see how things are going to affect humans. So I'll just leave it at that. NAD precursors improve the SIRT1 gene activity. SIRT1 genes protect you against and repair DNA damage, which is related to the development of cancer. Can we say that NAD plus precursors will lower the risk of cancer? No, that's not proven at all. We can't say that. We can't make that claim at all. But I can just say that the studies that they've shown at major universities, without mentioning the university, the studies have shown that help protect against UV damage. That is proven. You have to draw your conclusions from there. I can't make any medical claim. But as I said earlier, NAD helps to regulate the internal clock, the sleep, the wake cycle, the circadian rhythm. Can taking NAD precursors improve jet lag? They say yes. Can it improve the circadian rhythms by resetting the clock? The studies say yes. Can I make any medical claims? No, not at all. Studies show that raising the NAD levels, we can support and improve muscle function. We can improve strength and endurance. This is shown in older mice. They've actually shown that if you take older mice and you start giving them these NAD plus precursors, you can actually make the older mice function better, both in muscle function and in cognitive function, than the younger mice. What about in humans? Do we have any testimonials? We do. Go on to the YouTube page, the team YouTube page, SWT World Team YouTube page, and you'll find testimonials that show that people are saying all over the place that they had improved energy. They found that they felt better. They had less muscle pain. They had less fatigue. So, I practiced alternative medicine for over 33 years. And in addition to my chiropractic background, I've worked with and studied under some of the iconic figures in the anti-aging movement. We'll call it a movement. And I've just developed this passion of helping people. And every day, from morning to night, I'm taking phone calls, working with people. I don't just do it part-time, I do it full-time. And so I ask people all the time, do you need to have a disease like heart disease or diabetes or cancer or dementia to share ideas and thoughts with somebody else on supporting a healthier body? I mean, I hope not. If you know of something that's going to help somebody that has diabetes, wouldn't you share it with them? Even if you didn't get paid a dime, wouldn't you share it with them just because you go, hey, I know something that might help you? Or maybe you have a health problem of your own. I mean, do you need any more science than what I just shared with you? I mean, doesn't this develop the curiosity enough that you go, hey, it might help me? So think about that. Everybody wants to live healthier. You may not want to live longer, but you want to live healthier, don't you? That's important. And so does everybody else. So share this information with them. Get this information out to them. And what product do I recommend? I mean, there's going to be a lot of products out there. If you go on the internet and do searches on NAD plus precursors, you're going to find a lot of products on the market. A lot of US2 products. They use one or two ingredients. They use low levels of this or that, and it just doesn't work. I remember when Tom Sr. Was sharing with us. He said that that the percentages of ingredients that you have to use in order to make a product that's actually going to work. And there wasn't any product on the market that even came close to what we have. I mean, we're probably 5 to 10 years ahead of everyone else. And by the time they catch up to the science that we have, we'll have moved on. We'll have come up with something even greater. We'll have advanced our product. But listen to the testimonials. We've got hundreds of testimonials. And really, when Tom Sr. put this together, what a fantastic product, the Sisel AGE pill. And we can't make any medical claims. We can't say that these studies were done on the AGE pill because we're not a scientific study facility. What we are is we're a formulating facility. So we take the research that's out there and we put together products. We formulate the world's best products. And I'm being totally serious. Best. BEST. Remember that. And so let me teach you a new word. Mike knows it. Salubrious. Salubrious means health promoting. Health promoting. So we're all being salubrious today, and I hope you found the information as salubrious as I found it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.